As I record this, it's been a couple hours after the news of the Paris attacks, and I thought about not releasing anything. I thought about not releasing a video for a while, just because, I don't know, maybe it didn't feel appropriate, or maybe it just wasn't the right time, or I was too sad or depressed to do it. But as I sat there, just shaking, like physically shaking, watching the coverage, looking at Twitter, I couldn't do it anymore. After a while, I was too, I don't know what it was. I was sick, I was depressed, and I just needed to disengage. And, I just went to one of my favorite podcasts, which is The Weekly Planet. It's an incredible little podcast with two humorous hosts. And, for an hour and a half of listening to those guys, it was a welcomed escape. And it just let me decompress for a bit. And for that hour and a half, I was free of this fucking crazy world that we live in. And I was really thankful for that. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm releasing this episode. And I don't want to point fingers or point blame or get angry or sad. That's not my fucking place. This was just clearly an act of terror. And whoever did this, they want us to feel scared. They just want us to go curl up in a ball and stop. But fuck that. Fuck them. If we stop, they fucking win. That's what they fucking want us to do. And I know I'm some fucking, I'm a nobody YouTuber. I don't know, I just didn't want to sit here and do nothing. So this is what I can do. It's not much. It's probably nothing at all. But if I can offer someone an escape, escape from fear or whatever the fuck you're feeling right now, then it is all worth it. So that's why I'm doing this video. That's why I'm releasing it today. Thoughts and prayers with Paris and all those affected. See you in season 2, lads. Come on. Hey guys, it's your boy EP1 and welcome back to the sexy Stoke career mode. In the last episode, we finished off season 1, and look at that, Arsenal finished atop the league, well done, and us, the sexy Stoke boys, finished in 4th, which means a non-automatic freaking qualification for Champions League football. Yes, lads, we possibly could have Champions League football. Oh my god, at the Britannia this season, oh my god. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and get all hyphy about our season budget. How much we getting? Alright, 33,160 in the wages. And of course, in the last episode, a quick reminder, we put 392 wages into Charlie Adam. We'll be moving him on early on in this window, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at our young transfer targets. Reminder, last season, right at the end of the first window, Manchester United bought Alexander Lacazette, which means Anthony Martial is a little bit expendable. I don't know if it's the most realistic signing, and this is what I'm going to be doing this season, guys. I'm going to be asking you, you are going to be more involved than ever in any other career mode that I've ever done, and they're already coming. A lot of you guys were like, hey, Coutinho seems unsettled, you should go in for him. And I went in for him, and he was way too expensive. He actually signed a new contract, so that didn't really work out. But a man who really fits this. He's been with Barcelona. He's been with Bayern, two teams that we both know that Stoke likes to snipe a lot of talent from, and he's in our price range. And to put the little bit of cookie on top of the ice cream, we're going to add Charlie Adam and put in a bid of 28 million. It's probably going to be most of our budget, but remember, if we do sell Charlie Adam, we're probably going to go ahead and get a lot of wages back. So we probably could make a couple more transfers in, and we're going to go ahead and look for some more Barcelona talent. Of course, Sergio Roberto has been having a magnificent, well, not magnificent, but pretty darn good season for Barcelona, and Alan Halilovic is back from loan, which means we can go ahead and put in a bid for him as well. Now, the main thing that I would say our weaknesses are in Stoke are probably, we need to get that next tier striker to take us to that next level. So, as you saw earlier, we were looking at Anthony Martial, and a man who's been kind of an outcast everywhere he's gone, but maybe he can make his mark here at Stoke, is Mario Balotelli. Essentially, he would be the better version of Big Mohamed Diouf. And another guy that's kind of been all over the place, but he had a phenomenal season in the MLS. Go ahead and bring him in, and he's just an absolute beast in FIFA 16. Maybe bringing in Giovinco, and as you saw right there, I was already targeting people mostly in the midfield and striker positions are the two positions that I think that we need the most strengthening in. As we do, we're gonna be playing the preseason cup because I need that money. We're not all that great, but quick reminder, we have a whole bunch of freaking pre-contract arrivals. You guys already know I'm B-. The January window is my money window, and we went ahead and brought in this man right here, Wesley Sneijder. He's in the twilight of his career. We brought in a couple of twilighters in our career, but look at that. Distance shooter, free kick specialist, long passer, and long shot taker trait. We have Vanderwill, who is a little bit of a surplus at PSG, and we basically sold our right back during the January window. Torre's been pretty good, but now we have both Hongshul as well as Vanderbilt, so we have excellent coverage on the right back positions. And one of the last guys that we went ahead and brought in is Kevin Prince Boateng, a guy that can play the CAM, the CM, and the CDM position, because just look at those stats. They're incredibly well-rounded, and we know that he has an absolute bazooka for a foot. Oh, another player who's in the twilight of his career, but I think we can get a lot of mileage out of him for this season, out of him and Wesley Sneijder. I think this will probably be my last season with Stoke. It depends on how the views go. It's up to you guys. I think that we got 1 or 2 more seasons left in this Stoke career, so go ahead, tell me in the comments down below, how do you feel about the sexy Stoke? Are you hyped for season 2, or are you, I don't know, maybe pandering, thinking about maybe you should do a new career mode? I am a man that serves at the leisure of my subscribers. So you guys tell me as we go in for Anthony Martial. They have, of course, agreed. Now we have to go ahead and see if we can agree on personal terms with Anthony Martial. Same thing with Liverpool. We're going up against right there. They do accept our offer, and now we have to go ahead and agree with personal terms with Mr. Mario Balotelli. And I think that's going to pretty much be the question of the day. If we can get all 3 of those strikers, I could probably afford, it depends if we can sell Charlie Adam, I could probably get Thiago, and then, ooh, there we go, lads, there we go. I was saying we probably could get Thiago, but I did not know why we could get him for this cheap. Look at that. We're going to give him an important first team, and we're giving him 5 years. We're going to go ahead and submit that offer. Remember, in that deal with Thiago is Mr. Charlie Adam. If we go ahead and sell him, then, of course, we can go ahead and get a whole bunch of wages back. And there we go. Contract accepted right there. Anthony Martial, of course, wants a little bit of a bigger role on the squad. I don't know about this Anthony Martial purchase. It just doesn't... I mean, it makes a lot of FIFA sense, but I don't know if it makes enough, because he's just been too outstanding for Manchester United. But if they did, you know, it makes sense in this context, because if they bought Alexander Lacazette, he would kind of be pushed to the side. So I don't know. So out of these 3 strikers, I think I could probably get 2. So I'm going to leave a straw poll down below. Which one do you guys think I should bring in? Should I bring in Sebastian Giovinco, Anthony Martial, or Mario Balotelli? If it was up to me, I really want to play with Balo. I've never actually played with Balo in a career mode. I don't think ever. Like, not even on a personal career mode, but alas, we are now into our first... Well, I don't know if this is technically... Is this technically a friendly? I guess so. We're in the friendly tournament up against Portland Timbers. And I was starting a secondary side. I was giving the youngsters a lot of play. And I wasn't really minding them. Nagby onto the ball right here. And, yeah, I probably should have gave a shit because, wow! What? This is one of the prettiest freaking goals I've ever seen. Look at Mr. Nagby right there holding up the ball, releasing it onto his teammates. And well done to Team USA today, getting a good little smashing in World Cup qualifiers. But now we're going to go ahead and try to get it back right here. Boyan onto it! And unfortunately forcing it out wide. And now look at this. Remember that guy? Michael for Mitterschau, or as I like to call him, Fancy Feast, is that crazy high potential German that we got in our youth squad last year. And now he's going to go ahead and get his first taste of Stoke City football as we go ahead and just bring in everyone after that. And looking for Mitterschau right there, losing the ball, not his best work, but Concori goes ahead and wins it back. What is he going to do? He hits it, and Inacho clings it off the post, another off the post, and for Mitterschau! For Mitterschau! For Mitterschau! What an absolute bonkers goal. This might be the weirdest goal. We just go pinball, straight up pinball off of both posts, and now we're in it. Just look at this again. It's so great that we have to look at it again. One of the most ridiculous goals that I have ever scored, and one of the funniest goals that I've ever scored. Just great stuff, and very entertaining stuff. And now in the 78th minute, let's see if we can go ahead and get the finisher right there. Terrible defending. I do not know. This is almost like a trifecta of terrible defending by the Portland Timbers. In the 80th minute, they just let a fresh-legged Iheanacho, who's got pace for days, just breeze past him, and whoever is his number 18 or whatever. Then there's a pass right at the foot of the other defender who refuses to take his foot out, and then we go Sandro right here. I think it bounces off of two Portland Timbers defenders and somehow deflects into goal. A goal that we should have never had a sniff at, but we go ahead and we somehow sneak a win out of this game. A game, admittedly, that we probably didn't deserve, and if it was just on style, I'd have to give it to Portland. They played extremely well in this. As you can see, they had 5 shots. We had the same number of shots on target, but we just got a little bit luckier this time. They actually dominated us in possession, so well off to the Portland Timbers. Have to give a go-ahead and a little bit of golf clap to them. As you can see right here, we got big transfer news coming in. Mario Balotelli has accepted our contract offer, and we've agreed to personal terms, but I'm gonna stall it out because I don't know what I want. And almost on cue, Mines is coming in for Mamadou. Mamadou is a very good striker. He was good for us last year, but I think for us to make a push, you know, to get into the top 3, top 2, and maybe actually make a run in the Champions League, I think that we just need that next tier striker. And a lot of teams were coming in for Jack Butland, but he's just, no, there's no way. We're going to reject all future offers for him. We are pretty much going to sit tight with him. I don't think we need any other keepers right here. And now we have an interesting offer for Xherdan Shaqiri. And he was probably the player of the year for us last year, if it wasn't for Jack Butland. But if we can get around 36 million for him, I'll listen, Olympic Marseille. Come on, T-Ray. You know you want that Shaqiri in your life right here. Some other transfers that we are going ahead to transfer out. We have 2 great right backs right now in Torre as well as Vanderbilt. So Phil Barsley, you're a hero for knocking out Wayne Rooney, but I think we're going to go ahead and pass you on. Now, I know a lot of you Stoke boys really love Joselu. So I wasn't really looking to go ahead and move him on, but if we are going to move him on, I was like 17. But he's one of the players that I do want to give a shot. I gave a shot to Arnautovic last year, and he absolutely smashed it. So I don't want to pull another, Arnautovic and transfer out someone. You guys, before I make any of these huge transfers right here, I want to consult with you guys. I want you guys involved in this career as much as possible, and there you guys go. As you can see, contract offer accepted for both Anthony Martial, Giovinco, and as well as you remember just a moment ago, freaking Mario Balotelli, the trifecta of freaking my voice is dropping. But we still haven't landed Thiago. That's my strategy. I want to land Thiago first, because then that would mean that we get that freaking Charlie Adam off of the books, which means we get about 400 back in the wages, which means then we can go ahead and move on. So that is the straw poll of the day, which it will be down in the doo-doo-doos down below. Who do I go for? Do I go for Mario Balotelli, Anthony Martial, or do I go for Giovinco? Vinco. Yes. Do not forget to go ahead and remember to vote in the doo-doo-doos down below to see that. And we'll try to bring in Thiago next episode. That would just be Astra freaking Namakals. And as I said, guys, as we're going to go ahead and close off this initial episode of the 2nd season of Sexy Sokolina, I told you guys in the season finale that I want to give a little bit of help to you guys, beyond FIFA. If you guys are having a little bit of troubles in your life, I want to go ahead and reach out to you guys and give you a little bit of a pep talk. And one of you guys did that. Chris Plays asked, Chris from the stream, how to make a girl like you? Help me! Well, Chris, that's very vague advice, and that's a huge topic that I can't probably tackle in under a minute, but I'll try. I'm guessing that you're a young man who thinks, that is infatuated with this one girl, and I think that's a big mistake that a lot of young guys made. I made this same mistake when I was young, was I just focused on one girl. Like, oh my god, this girl's perfect for me. I have to do everything in my power to make sure that she likes me, and I can't do anything to screw it up. And by thinking that type of stuff, you kind of get into your own mind and kind of screw yourself over. One, there's no guarantee that any girl is going to like you. And two, they have the right to not like you. But much like you don't like every single girl that you come across, girls have different tastes. They don't like every single guy that they come across. And while you might think that you guys are perfect right now, it might not be the case. It's more about finding someone who will accept you for who you are. But if you really want to go for this girl, grow a pair of balls, fucking just nut up and say, hey, do you want to come over and watch some Game of Thrones sometimes? And if she's into you, she'll say yes. And if she's not, and no, you take your licks and then you keep on ticking, and then you just gotta stay patient, because I truly do believe, call me romantic, that there's someone that's gonna like your smelly butt. So go ahead, just grow some balls, ask her out. If it doesn't work out, there'll be a new girl in the future, I promise you. Alright, so that is my quickie tip of the day to Chris Plays. Hopefully I helped you out. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, go ahead and smash that like button. My name's B-. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird.